Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see, this time we have fresh release from Minairt. It is made in 1/35 scale and it copies T-60, but this time it's a screened version, so as you can see it comes from plant number 264 and Stalingrad. And this is an interior kit, so we have a commercial sample here, and it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you will see in this video. So first of all, box size is typical for this brand. Here you can see comparison with my hand, and on the box art we can see also some features of this kit, so decal options for 4 marking options and P parts included, and of course this is not a toy. Then on the side we have some safety information and address of the manufacturer, and on the opposite side you can see these 4 marking options which are included into this kit. Okay, this is a top opening box, so let's open it. And here is what we have inside. So all frames are packed into the same plastic bag, and then on the bottom we have assembly manual. First of all we will start with plastic, of course, and then gradually we will move to assembly manual just to see how this tank is built. So this is a sealed plastic bag, that's why I'll have to use scissors in order to open it, because otherwise it won't be possible to show you what is hidden inside. And this is a typical, let's say, feature of Minairt kits, so you should cut through the plastic bag in order to see the contents. In the meantime, let me remind you that this is already not the first release of this kit. There were several... just a second. Why I'm a bit like stuttering, because here you can see that plastic bags are connected with each other, so basically you can't remove it because it's, as you can see, connected with each other. Okay, so as I was saying, there were several other versions available, both in 1/35 scale, and now we get to check a slightly different option, and especially considering that this is an interior kit, it might be interesting for some modders who don't want to get on big builds, because this tank is quite tiny, but still it should be really detailed out of the box, so some modders will appreciate it for sure. So I opened finally the first plastic bag, so just give me a second. Here we have a small envelope with Miniart logo. Inside we have P thread, as you can see it's unpainted P thread. Let's zoom in. Now you should be able to see it. So here we have parts for fine detailing of this vehicle. There are a lot of tiny pieces. Here you can see comparison with my fingertip. So if you would like to install it into the right spots, you will have to use tweezers, otherwise it will be a really tricky thing to do. Okay. Next we start with grey plastic sprues. So first one comes with top hull cover. As you can see, it is molded as a one-piece part, and here, due to tight packaging, it might arrive to you slightly warped, so if you have a chance to check it before purchase, do it, because otherwise you will have to fix it in hot water. And here you can see this part from the opposite side. Okay. Next we go on with hull side panels, so this one's obviously used for the lower section of the tank. As you can see, they are detailed from both sides because this is an interior kit, and it should be easy to align these panels together, so no worries, it is not such a difficult task. Here we continue with some of the internal parts. Okay. Next we go on with this white sprue, which is dedicated to various external panels. And note that all hatches, they are molded separately, so you can open them on your tank, especially if you plan to place some figures inside, for example. It might be a handy feature, so definitely think about some ideas how to enhance the appearance of your model. Next we go on with 2 identical plastic frames. Here they are. So I will show you only one because they're identical, as I said before. So let's zoom in a bit. Here we have various parts for the interior. So these bars will be used for engine compartment. And if you flip it over, here you can notice fire extinguisher, which is molded as one-piece part. That's really cool. And it will be used in interior for sure. Next we go on with 3 identical plastic frames, so here they are. Let's zoom out a bit, now you should be able to see it. So we have 3 frames, and here we get drive sprocket ports. We also get some storage boxes, here they are, and a lot of small suspension arms which will be installed separately. They are not movable as far as I remember, so they will be fixed in place. And still, I mean, who needs flexible suspension on the tank? Maybe for some diorama purposes, but that's pretty much all the use I can imagine. Next we go on with this new turret. So this one is molded as a one-piece part, and the only thing you have to add here is separate top panel and of course separate lower disc. All the hatches are molded separately, you can notice it as well, so they can be open on the finished vehicle. Next we continue with smaller plastic frame. This one carries various covers. Another plastic sprue is dedicated to various hatches and storage boxes. Let's zoom in a bit. If you flip it over here, you can notice that it is also detailed inside. There will be a separate handle which should be installed. So it's really cool. I mean, even if you open these hatches, they're not plain inside. They look like almost the real parts on the tank, and that's really nice because some manufacturers just give you plain parts and say it's enough. Here we continue with lower hull panel, also side skirts which are molded as one-piece parts here, towing cable, Pioneer tools, and again external detailing looks nice. If you flip it over here, you can notice that interior or floor interior is also detailed. We have here handle on the escape hatch, and everything looks fine. I mean, even the thinnest parts, they're carefully molded and I don't see any flash. Now in the meantime I will try to open the second plastic bag, so just give me a moment to do so. Okay. So first of all, in the second plastic bag we have this. This is a plastic bag with clear sprue and decals sheet, so I'm going to open it. As you can guess, clear parts are represented by these lenses for headlamp and tail light. Let's zoom in. Now you should be able to see it. So these parts look nice, but there are no masks included, so if you would like to cover them, you will have to do it with your own hands. And another bonus is decals sheet. So as you remember, there are several marking options. These decals come from Decograph, they look really nice. And as far as I remember, Decograph decals are easy to apply, so you won't encounter any serious issues here. Okay. Next we go on with grey plastic. So here we have engine parts. This is interior kit, so that's why we get engine bay fully detailed, and the only thing you can add here is wiring maybe, and that's pretty much all, because all other elements they're carefully copied in plastic, and that's really cool in my opinion. Next we go on with identical plastic frames, so I will show you only one, and I hope you can guess that these are track parts. And in total we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, so 11 sprues with track parts like this. These are separate track links, they're quite small. Here you can see comparison with my fingertip, so you have to assemble everything together. Here they are from the opposite side, and there is no assembly template for this stuff, so you have to do everything with your own bare hands, and it might be a bit tricky due to the size of these parts. Next we go on with another set of sprues. Here we have, what, 5 sprues? Or 4, 5, yeah. So here we have road wheels. As you can see, these are molded together with rubber parts, so again you will have to use sharp brush in order to carefully paint this section, but they look quite nice. 2 attachment points should be easy to cut through, so there are no serious issues with these parts. Next we also have 3 identical plastic frames here with various idlers. So these are absolutely similar parts. Just give me a second. Next we go on with another tensioner wheel on 2 plastic sprues. And the last grey plastic sprue is dedicated to various internal equipment which will be placed in the crew compartment. So here you can see various ammo boxes, also radio station, I saw it somewhere, and driver's seat, for example, which is molded as a one-piece part. And everything should look quite impressive in the finished state. Let's not forget that even in 1/35 scale this model will be quite small. So be ready for such build. But here we have assembly manual so that we can understand what will be actually done in this model build. So let's open it. Here we have first marking option which comes from summer 1942. Next we go on with parts map here. Another page for the parts map, and assembly process starts with floor panel. Here we install various drivetrain parts, then brakes, driver seat, gearbox, control elements, of course, they are also replicated here, engine assembly here. And note that there is no wiring included into this kit, so if you would like to replicate something you can do it with normal metal wire, of course. Here we continue with engine installation into this tank, also installing hull panels. As you can see here we have side panel, here comes the rear part, and next we continue with another side panel, ammo storage boxes or racks. Here we continue with fire extinguisher. This is already top hull panel with separate hatches. Suspension is being installed. Here we continue with engine deck cover. So it will be, or it is not engine deck cover, it's the side storage box as far as I understand. Here we install the small superstructure with hatches for the driver. Next we have some Pioneer tools, and note that you have to use PE parts for clamps, quite a funny thing to do. Here we have side skirts, again they will be detailed with some PE parts. Then we start with turret assembly. A lot of PE parts go into the turret as well. Here we use PE mesh for the engine deck. Then we install the main gun. And then everything gets together, I mean side skirts, also turret. And here we have 2 more marking options. This one comes from Rzew, July 1942, another one from Kalinin Front 1942, and another one, winter version, it is from February-March 1943, unknown unit. So, as I said, this kit should be already available. You can get it on Modelimex webshop, for example. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about this kit here in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!